Once upon a time, there was a little boy called Howard who loved writing stories.
Little Howard dreamed of being a writer, and so he sat and wrote every night. But everything he wrote was fucking shite, yeah. Wubba-dubba-doo, wubba-dubba-doo. Worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world. He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer.
Before we start, Howard, let's just tell the listener that at the end of this episode there's a very exciting announcement about an event we're doing called The Worst Writers in the World. So make sure you stick around and listen after the final theme tune to find out what that's all about at the end of this episode.
I will do that.
Hello and welcome to The Worst Writer in the World with me, Rufus, and of course...
The ever-present, ever-talented, and ever-big-headed Howard Long. Look at the size of his head.
Howard, your head is looking enormous today.
Why, thank you very much, madam. Would you like to...
Rub it?
Rub it? Would you like to...
I'd like to rub your head, but I'm social distancing and I can't reach it because it's currently 12 miles away.
And yet, you can still see it, which just goes to show how big it is. Everyone.
Your head is so big, it can be seen from space.
Yep.
And you want to watch out going around with a head that big because it's only a matter of time before aliens invade it.
That's right. My head is so big that Chinese people can see it in space.
But it's not. They don't say what's the one man might. What's the man? They don't say that.
They don't say that. No. So I win. Hooray! 1 point to Howard.
Shit, you do. Oh, have 10 points. Have 10.
Oh, thank you.
What I was trying to say was they don't say the quiz question, the trivia
Yeah,
question
come on,
is
then.
not right.
Yeah.
I'm nervous to try and say it now.
Come on.
I'm putting it off. I don't dare. The trivia question is not what man-made object can be seen by Chinese people from space.
No.
That's not. No one ever asked that question.
No, the question is what can be seen from space, and it's the Great Wall of China. And what's on that Great Wall of China is a load of Chinese people looking up at space and looking at my head. That's all I'm saying.
But I know from QI that that's not true. You can't see really anything except continents from space. But it also depends what you mean by space.
Fair enough, but I also know it's not true. You can't see my head from the Great Wall of China. Unless I'm there.
Or if someone's got a picture of you.
Yeah.
Right? If I went to the Great Wall of China,
yes.
Right, I could take a picture of your head with me.
Well,
and look at it.
Okay.
Look at it, right?
Yes.
And I'd be able to say, do you know what, everybody? I, Rufus, can see Howard's head from the Great Wall of China.
That opens up a very philosophical question, though, doesn't it? Because are you really seeing my head? Because it's a photograph of my head.
Let's have a listener challenge. If any of our listeners are right now standing on the Great Wall of China, or are within walking distance and can go there on their afternoon constitutional, then please get a picture of Howard up on your phone. They're available all over the internet, many of them wearing clothes. Not on his head, usually, but nearby his head.
No, I don't need to wear clothes on my head because I've got hair, unlike Rufus.
And at the moment, I am actually wearing clothes on my head,
You are.
and
Head
Howard
clothes.
isn't. I mean, yeah, some people call it a hat. I call it head clothes. Oh, I've lost my head clothes. Has anyone seen my head clothes?
Yeah.
Anyway, so if you're on the Great Wall of China, please look at a picture of Howard's head and tell us if you can see it. This is the worst intro we've ever done.
I disagree.
I can't believe we haven't even got past the hello yet. This is the opening 2 lines we're still on.
I don't even know what show this is. I'm that confused. What are we doing? Yeah.
It's Stars episode 11.
Okay.
Because last week we had episode 10, and we are here to do a plot so far. But before we do that, let's say thank you to the British Comedy Guide for hosting us, to our lovely patrons on Patreon for giving us money for food and things, for putting out.
Yeah.
And thanks to you for listening and not putting out. All right, so do you remember, Howard, what happened in the story so far? Because, of course, we have some stars, right? What are they? Why is it called stars?
Because
We haven't worked
stupid,
that out.
stupid.
No, the stars is the name of the team, right?
Yes.
The stars went on a mission to save the world and then failed.
Oh.
So in last week's episode, they had to deal with that failure, and they decided to deal with it by making time go backwards and having a second try.
Wow.
Pretty great plan. Unfortunately, that's not exactly an easy thing to do. You go
Really?
like, I spilled my tea, I better make time go backwards. Oh no, I can't do that. So they went to see Wizard Herman, who is a time wizard,
Ooh.
to get her to turn back time.
Right.
But she can't just do it. She
Oh.
needs to have 3 ingredients first.
What are the 3 ingredients?
Well, the first one, fortunately, is easy because it grows in Wizard Herman's garden. It is time lettuce.
Yes. Or also known as temporal salad stuff.
And then she gave them a piece of parchment with the other 2 ingredients on it. Sly read the second one, and it turns out to be a bear's head. And that's not an easy thing to get hold of. But Wizard Herman has helped them by beaming them to another planet where they can have adventures. But she warned them, whatever you do, do not get involved in that planet's politics. So shall we get back to the story and see what's happening with those stars?
I believe that is a thing that we should do. Anon, yes, please, sir. How'd you like my new catchphrase?
Well, it's cumbersome, but I like it.
Yeah, you have to remind me what it is next time, because I've already forgotten.
Oh, no, I haven't got a fucking clue. I know it had the word anon in it, though, which was a surprise. Stars, Episode 3. Scene 1. The stars are in contemporary London.
Ooh.
We hear cars and trains and helicopters or whatever. Boggity heck, where are we? What is this strange place with its neon and food smells?
Brilliant.
Oh, sir, there must be 1 million lights here. And 10 times as many people. That is a bad light-to-person ratio. Hey, look at that bloke standing by the river. I think he's selling food. In fact, I think he's selling nut things in chocolate stuff. I'll go and get us some. I'm boggity starving. We hear Sly walk off to buy nut things in chocolate stuff. You know, there don't seem to be any bears in this city. Oh, sir, I was just about to say the same thing. What I don't understand is, why do we need to find an actual bear when we could get Johan to just magic up a bear's head? Well, you know, the problem with... Actually, we could do that, couldn't we? Johan! Oh, where's he gone now? Did anyone see where he went? Oh, sir, have you tried looking behind you? Because I've learned just because something's behind you doesn't mean it's stopped existing. For example, you remember that Ajax guy who used to exist? I still exist. I'm right behind you, playing with my Legos. Oh, sir, don't sneak into existence behind me like that, Ajax. You almost gave me a heart attack. Did Johan arrive with us? I don't think I've seen him since Wizard Herman's house. Johan! We hear the stars searching for Johan for about 10 minutes. Oh, blast and fiddlesticks and unsucked horses' willies. In a city this size, how can we ever hope to find one unpredictable wizard? We hear Sly in the distance getting hit around the head with a rolled-up newspaper. Ow! Stop it! Leave my head alone! Why does everyone want to attack my head? Get off! Sly, what's going on? Give me that nut, boy. Get out of here with your nut things and your chocolate stuff. We hear Sly rejoin the stars. What was that all about, Sly? That nut seller attacked me. Why? I tried to pay him with gold pieces and he started hitting me with this newspaper. Oh, sir. That's what I said. Well, not exactly, but the sentiment was the same. I'm not ozering at you, Sly. I'm ozering at that newspaper.
Yes. Did Johan arrive before them accidentally in the time vortex and now he's the Prime Minister?
We hear the rustling of a newspaper as Sly holds it up to read the cover. Prime Minister Spellbinder gave a rousing speech in Parliament yesterday in which he said, Tea, get me some jelly diamonds. I am a teapot and I'm coming to persecute your peas. Pundits observed that it's nice to have a Prime Minister who speaks sense after the mindless waffle of Boris Johnson.
Brilliant.
Prime Minister Spellbinder? You know what this means, don't you? What? It means Johan went and got involved in politics. We hear the sound of a horn to indicate that this is a dramatic reveal. Scene 2. The stars are outside the Prime Minister's house during a press conference or something. We hear lots of journalists, police officers and horses. Hello. What in the name of blue crikey are you doing under there? Well, your poor horse looked terribly bored, standing there with you on his back all day, so I thought I'd cheer him up with a damn good BJ. Get out from under my horse. I ordered Timkins to do it, of course, as she's the woman and therefore ideal for blowing horses, but she said no, and so I simply had to step in and do it myself. Oh, sir, you didn't even bother asking me this time. No, well, I guessed you'd say no and wanted to save time. Can't keep the horses waiting when there's BJs to be had. Right, that's it, you're under arrest. And so are your weirdly dressed companions. Oh, sir. Do you want me to murder him with my axe? Wait, don't arrest us. We're good friends of the Prime Minister. A likely story. Now, get your mouth off of my horse and come with me. Johan! Hey, Johan! It's us! Look over here! They're trying to arrest us just because Tall Tree's sucking off a horse! Hey, let go of my friends! I've been waiting a long time for them to turn up. Didn't I tell you, if a bunch of weirdos arrive and one of them starts blowing your horse, tell me immediately, dude! I thought you were joking. I never joke, because when you joke, a lion might appear and eat you! Hey, where's my chief of security? Gull Haggerty, tell these police wazzocks to listen to me, would you? Let them through, officer. The Prime Minister wishes to speak with these ragamuffins. Skullgull Haggerty, what are you doing here? I am not Skullgull Haggerty. Bullgull Haggerty, then? My name is Phil Gull Haggerty. I am the Prime Minister's Chief of Security. Tea, bring us a big pot of tea. I need to catch up with my friends. How did you become Prime Minister, Johan? I got so bored waiting for you, I had to get involved in politics. But how long have you been here, Johan? 17 years.
Oh, wow.
You mean Wizard Herman sent you back in time? It must have been an accident. I'm sure she meant for us all to arrive together. If she can send people back in time, why are we on a mission to get ingredients for a spell to send us back in time? And if she sent you back in time, why didn't you just kill those chanters while you were back there and save us the bother? I was busy getting involved in politics. We can see that. What have you been doing as Prime Minister? I made almost everyone poor, and I made children hungry, and I attacked disabled and sick people, and I made everyone more racist, and I seriously mishandled a pandemic, and I encouraged transphobia, and I gave lots of money to rich people, and government contracts to incompetent people, and I screwed up education and healthcare, and I basically fucked everyone except for 8 rich white men. It's been a real blast, TT! Well, I can't imagine people will vote for you again then. We had an election 3 days ago. I won by a landslide. How? Well, while I was fucking everyone in the whole country, I also acted kind of ditzy and clownish, and made my hair all crazy, and yelled tea occasionally, and they liked that. Johan, this is all very interesting, but we have a mission to complete and limited time to do it. We need to locate a bear's head. Do you know where we can find one? Yes, let's all get in my P-Nazi car and drive to the Wheel of Bears. Scene 3. The stars are on the south bank of the river, near Waterloo. We hear birds singing, so that we know that this scene is outdoors. Also, it's daytime, so they are probably owls. What the boggity shit is that? It's my Wheel of Bears. Do you like it? I made it especially for you lot, because I knew you would want a bear when you finally arrived. Oh, sir, what are you talking about? I don't see a Wheel of Bears. Turn around, Timkins. Oh, sir, I think I'm hallucinating again. I can see a gigantic metal cartwheel on the side of the river. It's a kind of tourist attraction. Don't forget, the people here are stupid. Oh, sir, I think I need to lay off the absinthe. It looks like that massive wheel has loads of glass footballs attached around the edge, and each of those footballs has a grizzly bear in. Yes, I put them there. I didn't know how long it would be until you arrived, and I didn't want their heads to go off. Oh, sir, how are we going to get one of their heads without being ripped to pieces by a bear? Hey, I can't think of everything, you know. I provided the bears. You can worry about how not to get murdered by them. Well, I'm not going in there. Me neither, sir. I refuse to hurt an innocent animal. Also, I'm a bit busy playing on my pogo stick. We hear Ajax playing on his pogo stick. Well, this is a conundrum. My least favourite kind of drum. Johan, couldn't you just use magic to create a bear's head? It's not a good idea to mention bears when you do a spell.
No.
Because the spell can take it the wrong way and think you want a bear to murder you. And also you should keep spells short because long spells send you crazy for longer. And you should avoid using an odd number of syllables in your spell because if you use an odd number of syllables, then Todd Syllables appears and murders you with bears. Oh, sir, what's he talking about, Sly? I don't know. I'm pretty sure he adds a new rule every time he explains magic. When he taught me, he just said it has to rhyme and contain 2 colours and a number. Okay, I'm going to do a spell that will help with our situation. Check me out. Purple, blue, make thing arrive and help us get a bear's head. 5. Oh, no, it's you again. What do you want this time? I'm a bit busy at the moment. I have to go and visit a gran. You... what? I've got to go and visit a gran. I met this girl last night and I think she might be willing to show me her boobs. But only if I visit her gran first. It's very romantic. Hey, thing. Could you go into the Wheel of Bears, cut off one of the bear's heads, and bring it here to me? No. What? Oh, shit. Can I go now? I'm actually in the middle of a pretty hot date. I'm going to take her home later and show her my plate collection. It's got one bowl in it. I think she'll be impressed. I just hope she doesn't see the razor blades and pills in my sink. Because then she'll realise that there never was any intimacy. Because then she'll realise that there never was any intimacy and run away to the park. You know, I think I liked you better when you were doing parrot impressions. I could do them again if you like. Pluggy, wait. I've got an idea. A Johann P. Spellbinder idea. The P stands for peanuts, you know. What's this idea, Johann? Does it necessitate horses at all? But because there's a couple over there pulling an ornate carriage, and I can't help but notice that neither of them is getting a BJ. I think someone should do something about that. Timkins? Okay, I'll do it myself then. My idea is not that you should blow a horse. Yeah. Bugger. Oh, sir, I don't think you should do that to a horse either. My idea is how we can get that bear's head without any of us getting hurt. Thing, could you bring Philip and Era back to life, please? Hello, hello. I wasn't expecting to see me here. Does anyone want to play I Spy? I'll go first. I spy with my little eye something beginning with ghosts. You are not ghosts. Thing brought you back to life. Hello, hello. I suppose you're all hungry and want some bum sausages, do you? Hang on a minute. Oh, sir. No, it's not that. We want you to go into that glass pod over there, the one that's attached to the big wheel thingy, then murder the bear you find in there and cut his head off. Oh, why do we have to do it? Shouldn't that be Ajax's job? I refuse to hurt animals. I'm a vegan. Hello, hello. How come you ate so many bum sausages then? I trusted you to be serving vegan bum sausages. Are you telling me they weren't? Because I might get very angry and murdery if you are. Oh, no. OK, we'd better go and get this bear then. Come on, Era, my dear brother character. We hear the sound of Philip and Era walking away, then getting murdered by a bear. Well, that didn't help at all.
That we hear the sound of joke. You think that like it's run its course, but then like it comes back. You know, comes back with a doozy.
Well, that didn't help at all. We still don't have a bear's head, and now we've had to watch Philip and Era die all over again. I will get someone better to help us, since Thing is completely useless. I'm still here, you know. I'm missing a date with Mon Mothma for this. I will ask my Chief of Security and bear expert, Phil Gull Haggerty. Hey, Phil, get over here and help us, would you? Thing is rubbish. Wait a minute. I know you, Thing. You ruined my life. You were to be my 100th client, the 100th person I protected in my job as personal security agent. But then you got shot and died, and my reputation was sullied. I think you might have me confused with someone else. You probably recognize this fish-shaped scar on my face. Shut your pie hole, Phil Gull Haggerty, or I will melt you. Now, tell us how we can get the head off of one of those bears without getting murdered. Oh, it's simple. You must calm the bear by taking with you a very specific creature. The natural friend to bears, their companions in the wild. To calm a bear, you must show him a parrot. Okay, thanks, Gull Haggerty. You may melt now. Bye-bye. Oh, I'm melting. I'm melting. How is this happening? We hear Gull Haggerty melt. Right, let's go get that bear's head. Ajax, can I borrow your axe? Sure, I've got 17 more in my axe bag. But you haven't got a parrot? Hey, Thing, can you create a parrot for me, please? I can do better than that. I'll be your parrot with my perfect parrot impression. Ploggy want a volivant, ploggy want a volivant. I could listen. I could listen to that all day. Where did he come from?
Oh, yes.
Where did he come from?
Oh, good.
I can see no way this plan won't work. Come along, Thing. Come along, French guard man. We hear Thing saying pluggy want a volivant to a bear. Then the French guard saying, I could listen to that all day. Then Johan cutting the bear's head off with an axe. Got it. Well done, Johan. Okay, Sly, what's the next ingredient on Wizard Herman's list of things we need so we can make time go backwards? We hear the rustle of parchment as Sly takes the list from his pocket. Let's have a look. Number 1, thyme lettuce. Got that. Number 2, a bear's head. Got it right here in my wizard bag. And ingredient number 3 is 36 buses. Oh, sir. Ingredient number 3 is 36 things? I can't help but feel Wizard Herman misled us about the simplicity of this mission. I've got a question. What's a bus? Hey, you guys, I need to go and get unraveled from politics. I'll meet you in that restaurant over there in like an hour, okay? We hear the sound of a violin to signify that Johan is getting unraveled from politics. All right, so Stars, episode 4, scene 1. The stars are sitting around a table in a restaurant. We hear the sounds of a busy dining establishment. A TV is playing sports in the background. Ooh. Right, is everyone here? Ajax? Has anyone seen my pogo stick? It was up my arse, but it seems to have fallen out, and that means my bum ghosts will escape. Ajax is here. Good. Timkins? God. Ear and fucking bladdered, sir. How many bottles of tequila did you drink? All of them? Good, good. Tall Tree? Is Sir Lawrence Tall Tree here? Here and in possession of a very tall penis, sir. Excellent. Sly? What? Are you here? I wish I wasn't. This is pointless. We might as well give up and just die right now before the jelly monsters can jellify us. Where are we going to get 36 buses from? Johan, couldn't you get Thing to make them for us? 36 buses might be a bit much. Besides, I don't want to bother Thing. He's been quite depressed recently. He's been drinking a lot of blue stuff and also green stuff. Hey, look at what's happening on that magic light box in the corner. It seems pertinent to our predicament. Oh, sir. What magic light box? What corner? What are you talking about? Turn your head 4 centimetres to the right, Timkins. Yeah. Oh, sir. We hear what is playing on the TV. Do you have one of something, but wish you had 36 of that thing? Wish your solitary dog was a pack of 36 dogs? Dream of the day that your one penis will become 36 penises, all busting out of your pant hole and weeing on 36 Sally-Ed meats.
Yes.
Come to the Watford Gap Service Station Hotel on the M1 motorway in Northamptonshire, where our casino will let you bet absolutely anything and win multiples of that thing. That's right. You can bet your children, your body parts, even the vehicle you drove to the service station in. You could leave with 36 legs, 36 cars, or 36 buses.
Ooh.
Warning, there is no guarantee that you will win. Most people leave the casino with no buses, no children, and no legs. Watford Gap Service Station Hotel takes no responsibility for those who get run over on the motorway because they've got no car and no legs to get home with.
Oh no! Why did Alorania go to Watford Gap Casino? I got no legs!
Now it is definitely true that Duranier got all the legs, because Laranier lost all his.
Yeah, I got to change my name to No Ranier. It's meaningless, but I do it anyway.
Anyway, so they just heard the advert on the TV. Oh, sir, that seems like the answer to our prayers. All we need to do is get one bus and drive it to that service station hotel, and we can gamble it for 36 buses. What fantastic news! I'm going to crack open a bottle of brandy. Yeah, but we still need one bus. Where are we going to get a bus from? Maybe, if I murder all the people in this tavern, one of them will have a bus inside them. No, Ajax, no murdering unless it's absolutely necessary. Boring yawn. Well, that's one of my favourite lines in the first episode of Stars when Ajax goes, boring yawn. Love it. Well, if I can't murder people, I'm going to go outside and play on my space hopper. We hear Ajax bouncing away on his space hopper. Well, why don't we order some food while we think about it? Excuse me, waiter! We hear a waiter approach the Stars table. Hi, blokes! And lady bloke. Hi, blokes and lady bloke. Welcome to Rafe Dick's Fish and Chips. Great British tucker at a price you can afford. What can I get for you? Quick question before we order. Has any of the food been up someone's backside? Course not, mate. Then I'll have 3. 3 what? 3 foods, whatever it is you serve here. Fish and chips, mate. And we have a special offer on today. Spend more than 50 quid and you get a free bus with your meal. A free bus? Seems suspiciously convenient. Brackets, drawing attention to the lazy plotting. I've got too many, mate. I won over 1,000 buses on the roulette table. And then I realised I fucking hate buses and I never want to see one ever again. So I've been giving them away here in my restaurant that I own because I bought it with that big bag of money that Carlos gave me. So, could you give us 36 buses? I'd love to, mate, but I'm down to my last one. If you'd been here a week ago, I could have given you 100. Oh, boggity bollocks. Bring us lots of food and drinks and a bus, and I will take care of the check. Sure thing, mate. It'll be ready in no time. We hear Rafe Dix walking away to make fish and chips in a bus. Do you think they'll accept gold coins here? Doubt it. But don't worry, I have a plan. 8 green hoppy bunny bring us thing with lots of money.
Hey.
Come on! Oh, no, it's you again. What do you want? Because you interrupted me in the middle of composing my latest poem. You write poetry? I'm not just brilliant at magic and doing parrot impressions, you know. Pluggy want to volavant, pluggy want to volavant. I could listen to that all day. I'm not explaining whether he's always there, or if he just appears with thing, or if he just walks in every... Doesn't matter. I could listen to that all day. I also write insightful philosophical verse about the hot girls in my class at school. School? Yeah, hang on, I'll read you the one I'm working on. It goes like this. Boobly boobly. Boobly Lovely boobily, lovely boobily. Jenny's good, but Anne is toobly. No one wants to hear your poems thing. I've changed my name to Derek, actually. No one wants to hear your poems, Derek. Fine, I don't care. But did you all notice that my poem was about boobs? Because I like boob because I'm a heterosexual thing. I certainly haven't got 15 notebooks back in my thing house all full of poems about Nigel's lovely penis. Oh, Nigel, with your penis long, I'd like to touch your willy prong. We hear the sound of a person with a wooden leg approaching. Hello, everybody. It's me, Rafe Dix, the same person who served you earlier. I've brought your food. I've got murder fish, death chips, and gun sandwiches. Oh, sir, I'm bloody starving me. Pass me a gun sandwich. Hey, what happened to your eye? I slipped in the kitchen and accidentally gouged it out with a potato peeler. And what happened to your leg? I'm sure you had two before. I was walking down some stairs and I missed one and I stumbled and my leg came off. And where did your arm go? You definitely had two arms earlier. I was juggling with chainsaws. This man is clearly Phil Gull Haggerty in disguise. Gull Haggerty, Gull Haggerty. Oh, sir, didn't we just watch Phil Gull Haggerty melt? Phil Gull Haggerty was my brother. My name is Paul Gull Haggerty. And I have a bone to pick with you. Why? Because we melted your brother? No, my bone is not to pick with you. My bone is to pick with him. We hear Paul Gull Haggerty pointing at Thing.
Yeah.
What did I do? I only just arrived. I don't even want to be here. I'm missing my favourite film for this. It's called Attack of the Homosexual Space Nazis with Penis Trousers 5. You probably recognise this fish-shaped scar on my cheek from where you hit me in the face with a sharpened trout. That never happened. No, I'm going to take my revenge by murdering you. Ow! Stop punching my head! Why are you punching my head? I thought you wanted to murder Thing. I'm just getting warmed up. Oh, this is getting ridiculous. Johan, can you do something about him? Gull Haggerty, Gull Hagger 3, how blue we'd be if he melted. I'm melting. I'm melting. We hear the sound of Paul Gull Haggerty melting. Oh, sir, that's put me right off my gun sandwich. Oh, no, look at the time. We must leave, quickly. The world will end in just 11 days. Quick, everybody, panic. We hear the sound of the stars panicking because they only have 11 days to save the world.
Little Howard dreamed of being a writer, and so he sat and wrote every night. But everything he wrote was fucking shite, yeah. Wubba-dubba-doo, wubba-dubba-doo. Worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Worst Writer in the World Stars Probably. I think we're doing stars at the moment, right?
It definitely is stars, I know.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah, I've been paying attention.
Okay, fantastic. So, Howard, would you like to have a quick visit of Social Media Corner?
That is exactly what I, Howard, would like to do.
I've only got one tweet this week because I haven't been paying enough attention to social media because I've got kittens, right? And I've been looking after them. By the way, if anyone wants to see pictures of my kittens, they should join the Facebook group where I have put some, right? And also loads of pictures of other people's cats as well. They've been joining it.
Yeah, that's what we're about.
All right, anyway, this tweet is from Who's Rat Girl. who has some rats.
She's got rats.
Who got some new rats and said, you know, you've re-listened to the podcast too many times when you seriously consider calling your rats Mrs. Fox and Pickle Witch, which was a great tweet, but it got better when it turned out she actually did call
Hooray!
them that. So a million points to her.
Yeah, well done. And she she should have called it Ratpunzel, right?
So, Howard, do you want to know what's going on in the Secret Gang, not only this week, but also this coming month of May?
Yes, indeed, because I understand something very exciting is going to happen in the Secret Gang.
Something hugely thrilling called, and people listening to this show might be interested, because this May event is called The Worst Writers in the World.
Yeah, you've got a lisp all of a sudden. Have you? Have you got
No, that's a
lisp?
deliberate
It sounded like
S.
you said worst writers.
That's not how lisps work. Just randomly putting S's on the end of words.
Okay, trigger warning, if you do have a lisp, we don't...
That's not how trigger
We
warnings
don't
work, Howard.
think lisps are funny. We take them very seriously here at the Worst Writer in the World podcast.
So, what it is, it's a writing challenge where anyone in the Secret Gang, any of our Patreon patrons, can get involved, and we will give them a writing prompt, and they will have up to 300 words to write whatever they want based on those prompts.
300 words, that's very generous.
Then we will read all of the entries in live streams, which will be available to the Secret Gang. But that is the whole gang. So if you want to get involved,
Yes, please.
all you need to do is join now for just $2. You can get involved, write one, or just watch it and laugh at all those idiots.
Oh, it sounds great.
And
And?
we're going to choose a winner of the entries, and that winner we're going to read at the end of one of these Worst Writer in the World episodes. So if you're too cheap to give us $2, you still get to hear one of the entries, just one out of probably 1 million. So that starts on Saturday the 1st of May, when we will be doing a live stream with all the prompts. We will give out all the prompts to all the people who have signed up. If you want to be involved, you should sign up before then so that you can put your name down as one of the people. So get over to patreon.com/manbycow and get this and so much more as well.
Don't buy some milk. Go to Patreon and buy some Patreon instead and come and join us and you could be a worst writer in the world.
Come and join us on Patreon for the price of a large bottle of milk.
He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer. Yeah.